about dicks.
I started recording when you said that.
Well, at least they'll know we care enough to stop.
All right. So I'll go ahead and open this back up.
Unrelated, I was drinking coffee in the first half of this that was so bad I was literally drinking water behind it like a chaser because it was like actually terrible.
Jeez.
I hate it when that happens.
So as you sort of start to step off of the beach and out into the wider open, you see this odd sort of tree line. You see this decently large sort of forest, but a lot of the trees are very spaced out. Basically, you see these large spiraling trees upwards. You see just an entire plethora of birds just pecking at the branches and pecking at the roots. And there are just blazing fires around this forest. And as you sort of start to look up a bit more, you will actually sort of see something that you weren't able to see before because you were on lower ground. You actually look up and you see these humanoids basically placed atop sorts of clouds. And just sort of plumes of smoke. They're winged beings, and they seem to have halos around their head, and they're just sort of looking down at you, very shocked and expectantly. And a few of them actually sort of start to point and sort of start to turn to their fellow winged humanoids. And as they do, you hear some scowling in the distance. You hear just these very sort of high-pitched shrieks, these very sort of ravenous calls. And as you do, you start to see these small winged beings just sort of gallivanting their way towards you at very high speeds. If you guys do want to roll initiative, I will pull up the page for it.
I refuse.
I would like to.
Lord. Okay. Oh wow.
It happened to be plants.
Hmm.
You gotta
No.
tell him.
Interesting.
I do have to tell you.
Yeah, you have to tell me.
Is it a shapeshifter?
I barely know her.
He said the line. He said it. He
But
said
you do know her.
it.
Quick, I'm the funny. Okay. Let's see. So Evanor's got 17, Bernard's got 13, Jensen's got 11. So.
And in the second half of this game, my amazing rolls go to shit.
Hooray.
Go, boys.
Go. Not me. I'm on top.
Damn right you are.
Who's the top?
Okay. And as these creatures are just cascading their way towards you, now that you see them a bit closer, they're just blood red. They have these horns poking out of the sides, and you see there's almost a sort of like froth in their mouth as they're sort of looking at you with these just piercing red eyes and these very sharp pointed teeth. The first one is going to sprint over. Let's see. And directly leap onto. Oh wait, no, never mind. It is going to. It is going to take a huge swipe directly at Bernard. What is your armor class?
15.
Okay. So fortunately, you're able to duck out of the way as it just sort of like kind of leaps past you onto the ground and then steps directly back. As you're just barely able to dodge its large, just terrifying claws. And as that happens, Evan Nora, it is your turn.
Okay. I think it's time to bring out the big guns. I'm gonna. Ooh, wait. Sorry, how far? Each of these is 5 feet, right? Each of these squares.
Yes, each of the squares.
No, there's no.
And if you want to, you can use the ruler function to see how far away something is.
How do I do that? Oh, it's on the left.
So yeah, on the left it should say, snap to center, show to others.
Okay. I'll just use Ray of Sickness on this thing. Let me look up how that works again. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ray of Sickness. It's not covered under that Ray of Sickness. 5e. Yeah, range spell attacks. Let me go ahead and roll it. Alright, 13. Oh, sorry, that's a 14. Oh wait, no, I didn't roll. Whoops. I don't know why it didn't roll.
It's been doing that to me a little bit. I don't know why.
Oh. Yeah, my rolls aren't
'Cause you-
going through.
Well, no, because you, at least for Nick. Wait, let me look at the thing. I'm way at the top. What the fuck?
Oh, no, it worked this time. Okay. 21 to hit. Now just make a con saving throw or be poisoned next turn, but it does take 2d8 poison, 5 damage, 5 poison damage, and then it has to make a con saving throw or be poisoned. Yep.
Okay. So it's gonna take 5 damage and then make a con save.
Yep. And then on
DC to beat.
Ooh, it's gonna be what, 4 plus 8 is 12? 12.
It makes it as this sort of this sort of you can almost see a direct line of toxins just kind of spiraling their way towards this and just kind of surrounding its stomach and kind of contorting it a little bit as it does. And you see the beast, which I'll just refer to as the devil at this point, just kind of just kind of hacks a bit as it does, and then it just kind of shakes it off a bit and turns its sights directly to you. Was that your turn?
There's one more thing I get to do. I'm gonna have my little creature boy attack it as well with just a force beam because it can do that. It's a 7 to hit, assuming it doesn't hit.
It does not.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay. This devil is going to just kind of leap through the trees just a little bit as it's making its way over directly over here. Let me just make sure. It was right here. Yeah, perfect. And then it's going to shake its head a little bit and just keep running directly here, sliding to a halt as it gets right in front of Evanora and Jimson.
Okay.
Bernard, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action, and I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike. Zephyr Strike has an ability that it didn't matter last time, but until the spell ends, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. I'm then going to move from where I'm standing to right here. This little tile.
Okay, gotcha. Here.
One to the left. Perfect.
You got it.
And I'm going to spin around and take a shot at this one. I'm going to use Zephyr Strike to add the extra 1d8 advantage on it because of Zephyr Strike and flanking. And I'm going to use my Sharpshooter feat.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll.
Roll 2d20.
With advantage.
Yep. That's a 17 to hit.
All right, that's gonna hit. You can go and roll damage.
So Pepper Strike adds an extra 1d8 to it. So 2d8 plus. Oh. 16. Oh, that's the wrong. Yeah, 19 damage on that guy.
Ooh, okay. As you draw back your bow, you basically duck out of the way of this devil and just kind of spin past him. As he tries to take a swipe, you feel this sort of nimbleness just kind of get you directly out of the way in time. And as you turn directly around, you as the arrow strikes directly between its wings, getting it right in the back, and it just shrieks out in pain.
Nice.
Was that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Let's see. It is going to be Jimson's turn.
All right, I've been trying to make some choices. Let's see. I'm going to move right here. One further down.
You gonna take an opportunity attack?
Absolutely.
All right.
Like a champ.
13 with my armor class.
It does actually graze you with its claws as you're sort of passing by it. It sees you
All right.
trying to escape it, and it's just gonna swipe at you. You are going to take 6 points of slashing damage as these
right.
claws just kind of rake through your clothes.
All right. And then I'm gonna take a shot. Let's see.
All right, roll the hit.
Do I have flanking?
You do have flanking. You can go and roll with advantage.
All right. It's gonna be 17.
All right. Yep, that's gonna hit. You can go and roll damage.
And I'm going to use my goading attack so he needs to make a wisdom save or be a bit focused on me.
All right. It is unfazed.
All right. That's 10 damage to it.
All right.
And
sounds good.
I'm actually going to action surge and make another attack.
All right. Yeah, you got it. How does your gun work with loading? Does action surge let you bypass?
So oh shit, wait. I had been using in my brain, I had been using a different gun than the one that I ended up using. Let me check, because the one I've been using has reloading, which is different than loading. But I think
I just want to make sure.
I think my feet lets me bypass the loading ability.
Okay, so you get to matrix your way through. You get to shoot as many bullets out of one cartridge as you want.
Okay, I was thinking of the gunner feat, which can we say I was using the gunner feat because
Sure.
The only reason I wasn't able to use it was because it's in Tasha's, which I don't have access to, but it basically lets me do that.
Yeah. Here, let me pull up Tasha's so I can just get you.
Basically proficiency with firearms. It actually would let me attack even if he was close within 5 feet, but I'll just ignore that since I hadn't been thinking about it. And then
as long as you know what it is, I'm fine.
It lets me ignore the loading property, which was the important part.
Okay.
So yeah. Then I'll action surge, make another attack. Oh Jesus, that's a 12.
That is not going to hit. The first bullet just sort of strikes it directly in the shoulder, making it look at you, and you give this sort of intense stare to it, but it's just kind of unfazed. And as you shoot the second shot, it actually just kind of it looks like it embeds itself in its chest, but it really doesn't look like it did anything.
And I look up at him, I say, "You're just real fucking ugly, aren't you?" Just try to see if I can piss him off a little bit. But yeah,
it gives you a big snarl. Just
it's the end of my turn.
And with that, it is. Oh, try to ping it. Oh, this one's turn, as it's gonna go. It's gonna dash directly up to you, Bernard, and just kind of pass its turn.
Your boy was thinking about it. I did the ranges.
He did the math. He did the monster math. And let's see, it back to top. It is going to be this one's turn, as it is going to get right here and try to sink its teeth directly into Evanora. Let's see. All right, it gets through your armor class. Let's see. Where's my D8? There it is. And it is going to deal 7 points of piercing damage to you as it just sinks its teeth directly into your arm, leaving a nasty gash. And with that, it is going to be Evanora's turn.
Okay, all right. Well, man, I don't like this.
Mhm.
Yeah, damage. Yeah, cool. This is neat. Let me. What am I to do? If I move, they get an attack of opportunity against me, right?
Yep.
Disengage and move.
Doesn't. I mean, I haven't taken any damage. I'm not in a dangerous position. I do actually have good armor too, hilariously enough.
Well, you just took damage, didn't you?
Yeah, that's true. Not a lot though.
Okay, it's up to you.
Sorry, was that 10 damage? I didn't.
7.
7. Okay. I might do something silly.
Don't
I'm
do
gonna
it.
drink. I'm gonna drink a potion that I have, and we'll see what happens. I've been meaning to do this for a minute. All right, right, guys, ready?
No. But go ahead.
I uncork a potion and I chug it down. It's a viscous, bluish liquid. Let's see. I rolled a 4. Nice. I can add a D4 and add the number to every attack roll I make and saving roll I make for the next minute. Nice. But let's see, do I have any good bonus action spells? Pretty sure I don't. If I survive this, I'll be good though. Yeah, that's all I got.
So I'm sorry, what'd you do? You just drank a potion.
I drank a potion that I'll put it in the chat. It gives me a D4 I can add. Mind you, I have to roll on a table for this in order for it to take effect. But I rolled this. The drinker can roll a D4 and add the number rolled to every attack roll and saving roll they make for the next minute. So I'm gonna roll that D4.
Sick.
That's a 3. I got a +3 to all attack rolls and saving rolls for the next 6 rounds.
Very
10 rounds.
cool.
10 rounds.
Sorry. Now I just gotta like not die. There's nothing else I can really do for the moment, so I guess I'll just vibe.
Fair enough. Let's see. With that, it is going to be. Wait, no, that one just went. It's going to be this one's turn. It's looking directly at Jimson, but it kind of shakes its head for a moment and turns back and swings at Evanora.
No.
Going to roll the hit. That is a
Gotta-
crit.
Okay.
You're lucky it was with its claws.
Fine, it's fine.
So much for not taking damage.
As you take 10 damage, 10 points of slashing damage as this creature just basically takes its claws and just kind of in an X fashion just rips your armor, or just rips a part of your armor. It's
so much
still
for my
intact and
AC.
it's still useful, but
Flavor, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And with that, it is going to be Bernard's turn.
So these demons down here, this one and this one, are they like looking decent? Like they still look like they're in good shape, or are they kind of hurt, or
Which one? Or so this one looks like okay. But this one does definitely look pretty hurt.
All right, so that's probably the better option. Maybe? Well, no, it's kind of hard to. Can I move? I can't really. Okay, so what I'm gonna do.
Technically, you are flanking with Jackson.
Yeah. I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm gonna make a
Or,
shot.
sorry, with Jimson.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a shot at the bottom one with my bow, and I'm not gonna add sharpshooter to it.
Okay.
20. It's gonna be +7 to hit, which is a 22.
You got a 32 to hit. Okay, it hits. Go ahead.
Yeah, totally. So, 28 +3.
Nard your loin.
28. There we go. 8 damage to it.
You did how much? 8.
8.
All right. And as you do, this arrow, as it was taking the last swipe on Evanora, the arrow just sort of whizzes past, hits it directly in the cheek, just basically going directly through, and it falls to the ground, completely lifeless.
All right. My next order of business is I'm going to use my movement to move. I think I have better options, but I don't really. I'm going to use my movement to move to here.
Okay. Provoking an attack of opportunity.
I will not be, because Zephyr Strike is still being concentrated on, and until the spell ends, my movement does not provoke
Wait.
opportunity attacks.
Doesn't Zephyr Strike end when you make the attack that has advantage, or am I tripping balls?
It does not end. It just says once before the spell ends, you can do the thing.
Oh, that's
Okay.
that's cool.
So the spell
no,
stays
absolutely.
active. I just can't do another of the advantage 1d8 stuff.
So you said right here.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna move to right there. And that will be my turn.
Okay, absolutely. Jimson, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Let's see. I am going to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm going to shoot that guy. Take a shot at him.
Okay.
That's a 16.
All right. You do hit. You can go ahead and roll damage for me.
And I am going to use my, let's see. These guys, do they look particularly strong to me?
They look so they're breathing kind of heavily, but
strong as in like able to lift things or that sort of thing.
I would say so. They look pretty. They look decently hefty.
Then I'm going to use my my menacing attack. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. And what happens if he fails?
He is frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay. So does that mean he can't move closer to you, or he has to use his turn to get away from you?
I believe the frightened condition is he cannot move closer to me. You can look that up if you'd like while I roll damage.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to, I think terrified is also a condition, so I just want to.
Well, the fear spell means they have to move away from you, but I believe the frightened condition is they just can't move closer.
Oh, and they have disadvantage while the source of fear is
Yes,
within
I
its
thought they
line
had
of sight.
disadvantage.
While it's in line of sight. So basically, if you were to go over to Bernard, it'd be fine.
So, that is 15 damage.
Okay. And as you sort of line up the shot, you kind of look down to. Would you say is there a sight to the gun, or is it just like a revolver?
It is kind of an iron sight on it, yeah. And
So
as I line it up and take the shot, I say, "You can try your best, but I wouldn't recommend trying too hard
And as you do the
What?
um,
Achoo.
I'm here for it.
and as the gun
I'm sorry.
squeezes, the bullet whizzes through the air, like with Evanor like recoiling back from the previous attack, and with its arms sort of wide open, it just strikes it directly into the chest, and it just falls to the ground limp as well.
No, I was aiming at this fellow, but yeah, that works too.
Well, it didn't do that. In fact, he's back.
Perhaps I should have done that. I didn't realize he was low in health, but I
Nope,
thought I'd keep the
you
other fella
didn't
away from
do
us.
that. You did the other thing.
I did do the other thing.
And that guy takes an amount of damage that's equal to 15.
Yeah.
Is it though? Could be resistant.
Apparently not.
I'm the DM. I'm telling you that.
I mean, we
Oh.
don't know.
I mean,
But
he
he can't-
can.
But he
you
can't move
want.
closer is the important thing. So continue.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay. So let's see. This one is going to. I guess this would be closer to you, wouldn't it?
I would think so.
I think. I hate squares.
It's like
I think that would I know that that's the travel of my distance to him, but I think that would be closing the distance between
I
me and
would
him if you're-
I would agree with that. He is going to look directly at Bernard, kind of off eye Jimson, and then sort of retreat back just a little bit.
think you getting out of range of my arrow, boy.
And with that, we are back to this one. Who's just going to keep going for Evanora?
Damn.
I should have shot
That does not hit. Your
Hell
armor
yeah.
is still kind of it's still being protective. The claws just kind of sheen off of. It was kind of an offhanded swipe, and it just sheens off of the armor.
Nice.
But Evanora, it is your turn.
Excellent. Well, it's time, my friends, to actually go a little hardcore. All right. So, sorry, the one closest to me has been shot up a bunch, right?
Yeah, it's definitely been shot up a fair bit.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a no, Ray of Frost, baby, Ray of Frost all day long. Let me
Raymond DeFrost.
You should have advantage because flanking, because I'm on the other
and
side.
I get a +3 to that, so it's a 16. Let me roll the. Yeah, so yeah, hits. Roll 1d8, 7 damage, and then I'll roll 1d20 +4 for my little force beam that comes out of my comrade. Yep, and that'll deal how much damage?
I thought it was gonna deal 21 damage for a second.
I was about to
No.
say, bruh, hold on.
God damn.
man. That's a ray of frost.
And then it deals 5 force damage, hits it as well.
Okay. And as you sort of rear back, just still clutching your chest a little bit, you can actually kind of see the claw. There's a slight claw mark across your chest a little bit, but it didn't go
Oh.
too far past the armor. You immediately turn back around and you just aim this frost bolt or ray of frost directly at into its face, and you can kind of see your homunculus just kind of charging something up as you do, and cooperatively these two rays sort of combine and just shoot it directly in the face, knocking it over.
Nice.
And with that, it is Bernard's turn.
All right. We are going to turn to this boy that started running away from me. And I am going to just shoot at it. And you know what? I'm going to sharpshooter.
Congratulations.
Sharpshooter. I
bet
barely
you know.
know her.
And
That is not going to hit. As the arrow just sort of whizzes kind of through the tree line directly to the side. He ducked out of the way just a little bit.
Makes sense. I am going to. I guess I'll just move to right here.
Okay.
Right, like here-ish, somewhere in that area. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Jimson.
I'm gonna take exactly one step forward, and I'm gonna say, "I'll see you in." Well, I guess around town. I'll take a shot.
I hate
First-
you.
That was like the only halfway decent one you've done.
Everything-
all night.
I know. The other ones were so bad.
The other ones were
Try your
excellent.
best.
And it
but I wouldn't
misses.
recommend trying too hard.
It's high.
It's
Uh,
high noon.
It's
Hail.
Hail.
It's hail noon.
That one does actually miss.
Yeah,
Again,
the
he-
only good line I had was the.
Again, he was just kind of preparing. It just kind of whizzes past him.
Shit.
But now it is this one's turn, and is it still affected by frightened?
Yeah. No. It's over. It's over.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. It is going to basically get on all fours and just kind of make a beeline directly for Bernard, basically attempting to tackle Bernard. And he hits. So he is going to deal 1d8, and I need you to make a strength saving throw for me, or he is going to basically tackle you to the ground.
Two, so that's gonna be. That is a critical on
he
that one.
tackles you to the ground.
All right.
And as he does, seeing that you're he's basically got you by the shoulders, and he's just gonna sink his teeth directly to your shoulder, or at least try to.
Okay.
And he
How
does.
much damage am I taking? Because Zephyr Strike is still up. I do need to make concentration throws.
You're gonna take 7 and then 9. You're gonna take 16.
All right. So 7 then 9. So I need to roll 2 10.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So
Sounds
it
good.
matters because I'm tackled to the ground, but you know.
And it is going to end its turn. So it will. That'll mean it is. Yeah, Evanora's turn.
Yeah, there we go. Cool. I'll just Ray of Frost it.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll.
All right, so that gets a +3. A 7 doesn't hit, does it?
A 7 does not hit. As you were trying to line up the shot, but it immediately tackled Bernard and just kind of missed.
All right, the 17 does hit, which means the little force damage from my little homunculus does. So that's
Okay.
6. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this sort of light spray of acid just
Pew.
immediately coats its shoulder, and just kind of you can see a bit of corroding on his skin, but he's still kicking. Bernard, it is your turn. You are currently prone.
Prone. Am I grappled or am I just prone?
You are not grappled.
Okay.
That was just for flavor, but you are prone.
So I'm going to use 15, 30, half. Tell you what, I can't run through him, so I'm just gonna use half my movement to stand up. The other half to dash here, and then use part of my movement to go here. Basically, I'm just gonna end up like right here.
Okay.
And that's pretty much gonna be my turn.
Okay. Jimson,
I had to use my action for that. So.
All right. At this point, I go shit. I start running up. I make it right there and level my gun at him and go, fuck it. Take a shot.
Okay, you do so with advantage.
All right.
Yeah, as basically this this devil is sort of distracted with Bernard getting up and just running to the other side of him.
Yeah.
You definitely hit with a 23, so go ahead and roll damage.
That's 6 damage.
All right, and how would you like to do this?
Let's go.
I say, fuck it. And as I do, he whips his head back up at me and we lock eyes and pow, right between the eyes.
All right, and that's exactly how it happened.
Good boy.
So you kind of look back at the scene around you, and now that you're in a bit less of an urgent dilemma, you actually kind of see that the trees. What are passive investigations around?
12.
13.
Mine should be much higher. What is it? 8 plus proficiency if you're proficient in. So yeah, 12.
Let's go.
Oh, never mind. Mine's only 10. I was wrong. Sorry.
Wait, isn't your int high? Or I thought you were an artificer.
My int's +2.
Huh.
I didn't roll the best stats.
Fair enough.
It is 10 plus whatever, so
So then it's
Not
12
8.
for me.
yeah.
Okay. So you do actually manage to see as you kind of gaze around. There's some. It's weird that the trees almost have a face to them. You can kind of see specific divots where an eye and a nose and a mouth would be. And these birds are just absolutely pecking away at them. Basically, you do also hear this slight, like a whistling moan, just kind of around the area, just basically crying out in pain. But the light does sort of continue onward over this way if you want to.
All
Continue
we'll
on.
Continue. So as we start, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I would like to take a rest. Do we seem like relatively safe? I don't mean a long rest, just like a short one.
Well, aside from the trees on fire, the birds pecking out the trees, the
mean,
dead imp corpses,
Relatively.
it does look safe.
All right. I would like to do that because I have teeth in my shoulder and other various injuries.
My favorite.
If that's okay with everyone here.
Sure.
Yeah, I am a little hurt physically.
I
So
thought you meant emotionally. That was
Well.
a joke.
a bit, a crumb.
So as we sit down, just like if we find God, what exactly do each of you think you're going to I don't know, say to him? What's your plan?
Honestly, hadn't thought that far ahead.
Yeah.
Plead my case probably as to why I don't belong here.
Yeah,
lived
I'd like to ask
I
what's
lived a
going
fine enough
on. And then,
life elsewhere. I don't think I really deserve to be here. And call me, what is the word? Call me selfish for saying that. However, I haven't done anything undeserving, so to speak, to some. So
I'd like to know why we're here and what's going on, and I feel like he's the guy that knows. And then maybe get back if that's possible. I kind of wasn't done with life yet.
Yeah.
But we'll
Yeah.
find out. We'll find out what happens when we meet the big man himself.
Yeah, I guess we'll
Yes.
get there when we get there.
plead my case and see how it goes. That's all I can think to do at this point.
Okay. Well, as you continue onward, you see that the light is starting to get much brighter as you're approaching this sort of pathway. so much so that you just kind of you see this sort of smaller cavern entrance to it, and you see inside it there's a slight breeze to it. It actually feels kind of nice. There's a nice sort of like cooler breeze coming directly from this cavern. I'm assuming you march in or walk
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh wait, on a short rest, how much do I heal? It's my hit dice, right?
Yes,
So
you can
you
expend
roll-
as many hit dice up to your level, and add
Yeah.
your Constitution modifier each time.
Let's see.
It's not free each time. I'm pretty sure it's just once
Oh.
plus the lump sum.
Neat.
Oh, so I should have. I
Head
should
back to
subtract
full.
2 then. I didn't. Sorry. Yeah. we're
Back up
good.
to full.
Uh,
baby.
I
Bernard is-
thought it was
Bernard is
Constitution
cheating?
one, so I'll
Re?
just- My bad. I didn't know.
Y'all
I
don't
changed
realize
it.
how much of a mindfuck it's been having Cameron refer to a character named Bernard.
I'm well
Yeah.
aware.
Yeah,
I am
A little,
very
a
aware.
little strange.
I guess y'all do know, but yeah,
I'm here for it though.
let's continue.
well, you did it on purpose.
I did.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I'm Bernard Weilowen, not Ilowen. Like, come on.
Oh, sorry, my bad. It's Yeloin.
Bernard Yaloin.
So
Loin bearer, yes.
as you continue forward, you walk into this cavern, and from the outside it was kind of pleasant, but now you start to realize it is very, very chilling. Not to the point where it's debilitating, but it is oddly there's almost like a sort of pulsating coldness as it's continuing onward. And as you directly look out, you see this entire frozen lake, basically spanning this entire sort of expanse. And basically, as you look ahead of this cave, there's a very large and ornate throne on the other side. There's entire pools of lava sort of surrounding it. These rocky crags sort of start to come back up again as what, considering the light, you can only assume it spills back into fire. But as you look to your right, over to the right side, you see this giant winged demon, basically, hair growing all about its growing all about his face. These giant wings are constantly flapping, and they're flapping in rhythm with the pulsating cold. You can only assume that's it's what's causing it. And as you look about the river directly underneath you, you see basically heads poking up out of the water. They're constantly gasping for air, but the rest of their body is just completely underneath the water. You can tell that it's basically collapsing their lungs every single moment and keeping them cold. And in fact, you can even tell there's a set of 2 people entrapped in this ice, that one of them is kind of a bit higher than the other and directly behind them, and just gnawing on their head, just completely just ravaging them. But you tell they still moan out with pain, continuing onward. And that's what lies ahead of you.
Would you consider this the Arctic?
I would consider the terrain ice, which I will get to in a moment of why that's important.
Well, so the water's not frozen; it's just cold as shit.
No, the water is frozen. The heads are above water, and the ice freezes around their necks, basically.
All right.
All right. So I don't really want to mess with that guy, and I kind of point over to the demon and go, it looks like
Yeah.
this is the way where that light's still coming from. So I say we just go there, try not to make him mad.
I will say, I think although the water is frozen, we should probably avoid it.
Good point. Good point.
I would like to point out, despite the fact that there are rocks like around here in the picture, there may be only about like 2, and they look very incredibly slippery.
Never mind. It looks like we have no choice.
So we just jump across their heads, easy.
Oh God.
Might take exception to that, but yeah.
What are they gonna do? Gas us?
Possibly bite us. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Oh, that's fair.
I don't
That's
know.
fair. I like my toes.
I could just shoot each of them in the head once, and then we can use their laughless.
A very a take, an option for sure. Not one I would wish to pursue.
Here.
Alright.
I'm just gonna go up to the water and kind of take my boot and just tap the top of the ice.
It's solid. It seems as if you were to walk across it, that it wouldn't like break or anything like that.
I'm gonna look at the big fella, make eye contact with him, and poke it and see if some shit happens.
The demon just kind of looks at you with like his head in his hands and just kind of.
Howdy.
And he is actively eyeing us. Yeah. Hmm.
Howdy,
It's
fella.
not angry,
Oh,
so that's
no.
decent.
Don't let me stop you.
Well, that's kind of what I'm worried about. Are you gonna stop beating your wings as soon as we start stepping?
Oh, you think I have an issue?
Well,
Oh no, I'm just concerned as to how these fellas got trapped down there.
Oh, they belong there. In fact, those are the ones that turned against their benefactors. They betrayed their family. They betrayed the ones who grew them from who they were, from small children. These are the traitors to the people that held them so dear and respected them. It's a low punishment for what they're doing.
so
Hmm.
there's no mistakes down here, so we don't belong in there. So you wouldn't like try to put us down there, right? Just to make sure, because it's been some weird stuff happening in the past little bit.
Oh, trust me, no, you don't belong down
Great, perfect.
there.
All right,
I'll make an insight check on this man.
Go ahead.
that's a good point. He is a devil.
Wow.
Or
we're gonna
This
demon.
is
assume
just the flat D20.
he has
Just
wings
17.
and is hairy. That he's a problem.
You said a 17.
Yeah.
So you can tell he's being truthful, if a bit like snark. The only bit of information you get from that is he said you don't belong down there, but he said it. He kind of like
He
looked up to
emphasized
the
there,
left a
right?
little bit. He did not emphasize there. You can tell that he was being a bit untruthful with that
Where
last
exactly
bit.
Or
do
can
we
you ask from a
belong?
demon? Cool. I walk across that. Okay.
What do you mean?
Well, we don't
No.
belong down there, but we belong somewhere. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
Oh, it's not up to me.
Huh. You seem to be on the know.
You could say that.
Tell you what, my friend, do you like whiskey?
I don't think there's enough left in that bottle for a big
Shut
man
up.
here.
Well, I have beer. If he's a beer drinker.
I'll you know what? Send it over.
Devils and demons like the type to make deals, huh? Well, we can send you some nice refreshments, maybe for a little bit of, being in the know, some privilege.
Well, it's not
And
my
I just kind of bowl my flask down the ice towards him.
while it's not my information to give, there is something else I can give you. I know what you're
Just-
planning. I know where you're going. And I could help you out a little bit.
We don't even know where we're going.
That would be awesome.
I I think you do. You know exactly where you're going.
And where might that be?
He kind of like looks up and to the right over at the throne over there.
Yes. Well,
Yeah. I mean,
wait. I look
wait,
at
do
the
we see?
throne.
Yeah, do we see a throne? What?
Yeah, as I described, it's over on the way far side of the cave. Basically, the rocky crags sort of start to shoot back up again, but this area is still very, very hauntingly chilly.
All right.
The
Well, how
light
can you help
is
us?
near the throne.
Oh yeah, is the light near the throne?
The light is directly above the throne, actually.
Oh well,
Gotcha.
I guess that's where we're going. I suppose.
Following
Gotcha.
God's light himself this whole time.
Or it's Satan, the morning star. But we'll see. Lucifer, the morning star. Well, how exactly can you help us?
Well, I can make your plight a bit more enticing. I can make you seem a bit more strong of spirit, if you will.
I think I'll pass, but you enjoy the whiskey.
And you
My
enjoy
friends may take you up on that, but that's their prerogative.
I look at him and I ask, and how might you do that?
I'm a powerful being. I'm known to make deals. I'm known to give boons, if you will.
And this boon won't stop us from leaving, perhaps?
Not even in the slightest.
Well, then I accept. Well, what do you wish?
I think
Well,
he just wants the beer, right?
I'm a man of simple trinkets. I don't get up there too much, but this should be payment enough.
Oh, the whiskey?
Well, the you had
The
mentioned
beer I'm offering?
Mhm.
Okay. Does anyone have a cup? I don't want to give him the whole jug.
I do not.
I do not have a cup on me. Might as well give him the jug. We're not really using it, are we?
Speak for yourself. I made this thing.
He
I
actually kind
slide
of like
him.
he kind of pulls back behind the
Yep.
you see there was a kind of like an alcove behind him that he's sort of like placing his elbows on. He's it's kind of like he's sitting at a table, just kind of like, you know, like head in his hands, just being all kind of smug. And he pulls underneath, and you can actually see there's a cup under there, or a chalice, if you will.
All right. I pour him 4 gallons of beer into the chalice.
Well, this should be fun. And as for you, he kind of takes a single claw off of his hand, and he
Oh,
places
White Claw? He has White Claw?
He has
Oh,
White
shit. White
Claw.
Claws?
Dude, hell yeah, dude.
Of course there's white claws in hell. Of course. Anyway.
He places the claw directly sort of like on your shoulder, and you feel this warmth emanating in you, and you feel this sort of congruent this sort of congruent power flow through you, and you are now level 4. You just get your extra XP,
Now, wait a minute.
get your ability score increase. But
Can I go back?
Changing my mind.
Nah, bro. He's my friend. Me and him are friends now. Okay, so I think all I get is an ability score increase, if I remember correctly.
You also get an additional second and second level spell slot.
Nope. I just get ability score
really?
increase and another.
Well, you're a
first-
wizard, right?
No,
No,
he's
artificer,
an
dog.
Artificer.
No,
They
they're-
get,
yeah,
I think they
they're
get their
half
spells at
casters.
like 2, 5, 8,
Oh.
11.
Yeah. it's a
You're
little more.
you're a half caster. I definitely thought
Correct.
Actually,
I
it's like
definitely-
it's like a 3/4 caster. It's weird.
It is
they're
a
kinda-
funky thing.
Yeah,
but it
they're
is
kind of
funky.
weird, but the way they progress is the same way a normal half caster does. I say normal, as in there's like 3 of them, but
Yeah.
it's like they progress as a half caster. So
So okay, cool. I just bumped my int up to a +3 instead now.
let's go. Yeah, I ain't taking it. Ju-
Yeah, fuck that.
Bernard kind of is standing back and goes, Bernard don't need no help. Bernard ain't never needed no help. He kind of
Why do you
looks
keep imitating me like that?
because there's a man controlling me who is not good at accents.
Well, I'll leave you on your way. Go ahead. Cross the river. I was never stopping you in the first place.
Oh,
The only thing that was stopping us was self-doubt. What a valuable
It's
lesson.
like that
you've taught
episode
us.
of Rick and Morty. I'm leaving. Okay, that was always allowed.
I walk across.
Yeah, I head on. I walk slowly. I am the Iceman around here.
Weirdly enough, I trust him at this point. I'm just gonna fucking go full.
Okay.
Alright, well, whatever.
As you guys walk across the ice, go ahead and make dexterity saving throws for me.
God,
Would I possibly have advantage
fucking
on them for being
dickhead.
You
ice
do have
boy?
advantage.
Let's
Oh,
go.
wait. Never mind. That's a 5.
dexterity saving throws. God damn it.
Oh, I got a 22. I'm good. I mean, I hope I'm good. If I need to go higher than 22, we're fucked.
I got a 7. I knew it.
Okay. So Evanora and Jimson kind of slip across the ice a little bit.
Woo.
It's just kind of like, feet flying up in the air, the comical sort of falling on their back.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Bernard, you're shaking and wobbling a little bit. It is very hard to keep track on this ice, but you have dealt with the snow and the ice your entire life, so it's a bit easier for you.
Let's go.
And go ahead and make another one for me.
Oh, God.
As you guys are kind of like scooting your way over, and by this point, the big winged demon is just kind of laughing a
He's
bit.
laughing.
at you.
Yeah, I was about to say this is pretty
Oh,
comical.
Why is not fucking with us? Because I definitely thought that was why.
If-
I
I got
fall
a nat
again.
one as well. Yeah, me
I
and
got a-
Bernard both got nat ones.
I got I have advantage. I got a 15.
Oh.
Okay. This time all of you fall. You just kind of fall directly on your backs, and you do manage to get yourself across, but I do want.
What's the point of the rules?
Wait,
You dick.
wait.
It's the Maymay, bro. It's the Maymay.
I do
the
want
Maymay.
Evanora and Jimson to make a dexterity. Well, I will give you one of 3: dexterity, wisdom, or constitution.
Come on, baby. Is this
Con.
a saving throw or a
It
check?
is a saving throw, yes.
Oh, shit, dude.
God.
I rolled a fucking 7, a 4, and a 7.
12, baby.
Damn, son.
Oh wait, that's 12 D plus
Yeah, you-
what?
12d1.
I think you just
How
rolled
does that work?
12 one-sided dice.
Never mind. I got a 20.
Okay.
12d plus.
So, Jimson, as you sort of fall on the ice, you notice there was a head very close to you, and it was kind of like, and as it did, it just kind of gnawed at your back as you basically just kind of fall directly onto this
God damn it.
onto this head above the ice. Evanora, you there was a head that basically you fell on, but basically it didn't really get through your armor, and you just kind of cleaned it off anyways. Jimson, I'm gonna need you to take 3 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Chomp.
Done.
You got chomped, bro.
Oh, get chomped, dude.
Get
Okay.
chomped by a head.
I crawl on my hands and knees across the rest of the goddamn ice.
And you make it across, hooray!
Hooray.
That room was literally to just be annoying, and it was hilarious.
Appreciate
To
it.
be fair, there is a lot in this room. That is good, but we'll continue onward.
Now I want to go bet. No, I'm kidding.
We got through everything, but
I cannonball.
thematically that room was huge.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
It's
And-
huge.
Go up to Throne Boy.
Now you
Let's
find
go
Go to
yourself-
Lucifer, the Morning Star.
Are you ready to meet God? Kirby comes out of the sky.
You slowly approach this sort of parapet.
What happened?
The fiery crags beneath you, there is a very incredibly long fall. You see this molten magma, just technically lava. No, it's in a cave, magma. It's weird. This
Liquid
molten
rock.
magma just kind of like flowing down around, and there's this giant plume of smoke and ash kind of rising up from it. You see this parapet that has large stones approaching the sort of altar where the throne sits, and there's a bit of lava sort of pouring around there as well. You see stones going up the sides, and Bernard, you notice in the back there seem to be these huge gates going back to these stairwells, like 20-foot by 20-foot gates that kind of blend in with the rock a bit, but you can hear a slight sort of
Are they like they're like with the throne, or they're behind it?
they're
Like
behind the throne.
Okay.
And as you continue forward, you see this light, and it's almost sort of blinding by this point. But once you approach the throne, you hear a sort of galloping, and as the light you sort of look back at the light, it sort of gets brighter and brighter, and suddenly, in a blinding flash, this huge chariot just comes zooming across the cavern sky. You see basically these golden horses with a sort of I want to say ethereal look to this sort of chariot, but it's just bathed in this white light. You see an older looking humanoid sort of driving this chariot. You see on his back there's basically a bow made of or wreathed in fire, and you see right at his side this very ornate, very sleek designed steel sword with a very bright white glow about it as well. You see them parade down and basically place the chariot right beside the throne, and they get out, and you see the chariot immediately leave, and you see the figure gaze at you all, look down with a very blank stare in his eye, and awaits.
Wait, does it look like that? The image?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Alrighty. Well, I guess
we approach.
move on in there.
Do I
Is this-
recognize
Oh,
this figure?
You're approaching me.
Roll me a history check.
Can I make it a religion check?
You can make it a religion check. I would say, religious culture is included in religion, so yes.
20. Oh yeah, 25.
Okay, so you note this basically in the scriptures you've read on Germanic in Germany.
Different stuff, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen from different depictions, especially from ancient Rome. There were a lot of depictions of this figure. Basically, the beard, basically how he presents himself, how he looks. You depict that this is the image of the Christian or pagan or, wait, maybe not pagan, or Puritan god.
Well, I would just say Christ,
Christ.
like God at this point. It is one of the big boys, yeah. In the
Well,
Christian
I think Christ specifically
means Jesus. I know, but like me being like a
so
Germanic,
it would be
like,
Jehovah or Yahweh, you could say,
yeah, someone.
or
Yeah,
El
yeah.
Shaddai.
Yeah.
Man with a beard that glows. Like, what's the difference at this point?
True. Yes.
All right. Well, I say I
Big
think
Daddy Point Man.
this may be the God we're looking for.
Yeah, I think we.
Hey, you.
Okay, coming out hard and fast.
You see, they raise an eyebrow.
So what's the game here? What's going on?
I want you to tell me, what is your game? Why do you sit at my throne? Or why do you sit in front of my throne, I suppose?
Because I committed murder and have died.
But what is your reason for coming here?
Well, to seek a way out, I suppose, to plead my case before you, oh great figure, deity. I know not your name.
Then go ahead, plea away.
Oh, I didn't expect it to be that simple. Oh man.
Gonna get my story straight real quick. Well,
Oh yeah.
Thanks for volunteering, Eleanor.
Yeah. No. All right. Well, here I am before you. I was not but a witch of the Germanic tribes. In my time, I did a lot of good. I helped a lot of people. I saved them. I helped many birds. I created many poultices and saved many from illness and infection, and helped farmers and people grow. I killed that man, that guard captain. God knows how long. Leorn was his name. And when I did it to protect the very people that I had grown to save and to care about. It is not something I felt a lot of guilt over. To take one's life is not of good ilk. However, at the time, these were the people, the babes I had seen grow, and I could not stand by. I ask for forgiveness, perhaps. That might be the best way to say it. For what I did in that time, I thought I did right.
Do you realize what you ask of me? Do you comprehend the vile words that spew forth from your mouth? You assume that I made a mistake. I want all three of you to look around. Tell me, what do you see? What have you seen?
I see an old man who doesn't give a shit about his children.
Going straight to the heart on that one.
I think you want to be careful with how you, of all people, phrase that. I want you to tell me, do you see suffering, agony, pain? The truth of the matter is, this was always destined to be your fate. This realm was your birthright since the beginning. I am a benevolent being. I am. I have given refuge for those who have placed their faith in. I see to it that worthy beings are taken care of, that they are comforted, that they may have peace at last. But you three of all people are not them. Jimson, you blame yourself for the death of your daughter. You think of all the things you have done. You think that of all of the things you have done, it would be her death. The man who killed her is sitting in the mud pits for his actions, and he deserved it. Let me ask you a question. Have you picked up my book? Have you seen to it that your morals align to those of the righteous? You have lived an arrogant and ignorant life, and you still brandish steel against my children. And Evanora, you were a humble merchant, I will give you that. Your cures were natural, and your intentions were good. But your wrath has taken a hold of your soul, causing Leorn to consume the vile materials of this world because they were unbecoming. You try to play my part. Your wrath and your treachery have earned you the right to be here. And Bernard, at this point, you kind of feel a bit of a shiver. You hadn't really noticed it for a bit because it was hot in here, but ever since you left the chilled sort of river room, you have felt that chill, but it just now sort of recently subsided. Now, Bernard, like your friend, you had good intentions, but you were too ignorant to see the big picture, the nature that gives you nourishment. Your benefactors were innocent of body and mind. Your wish to fit in, your excessive arrogance to see your place in the world turned you crooked. You had cut down the homes of my children. You took part of their only nourishment, and you caused their death. You sit before me pleading for your innocence, but you know what you did. I would not give my residence, my beautiful exile to you three.
So what do you give us then? Because we obviously don't belong with everyone else. If we did, we'd be there right now. You let us get this far.
Well, you're right and you're wrong. As he says that, he kind of takes his arms and he sort of raises them up a bit. And you, Bernard, that sort of sound you heard behind the doors sort of starts to get louder and louder. You can hear the and as it does, you also see this large sort of smoke or this large sort of storm cloud appear overhead. You feel these large winds sort of pushing you back and forth. And then in the gates in the back, they open up. Behind them is a rushing torrent of water, just completely encompassing everything in its path. It goes past his throne and slams directly into you three. The lightning raging ahead, the whirlwinds tossing you left and right. And you fall into the pit. You're falling for a bit, and then you open your eyes. You look to the two people sitting directly next to you, and you don't remember them. You get up a bit, and you sort of look in that reflective surface that you had seen before, or that you look at a reflective surface that's directly to the right of you. Evanora, you see a giant claw mark in your armor that you can't for the life of you remember how you got. Jimson, you feel this giant sort of teeth mark directly in your shoulder, and you sort of reach into your pocket and you feel a golden coin that you can't remember having. The sigils on it seem foreign. And Bernard, you also notice a teeth mark just sort of slightly below your shoulder a bit more. And that's it.
I look around and go, one of y'all's got some whiskey. I smell it.
Wait, is it over? That's it?
That was it. Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, with the script you wrote at the end, that was very well done.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, all of it was really good. I am a little salty about the ending.